regulations. Now, the procedure for filing, a petition for recall is well stated under Section 69. 50% of the registered voters, total number of registered voters in that constituency, in this case, Kogi Central. Now, if those 50% supply their petition, the petition must contain telephone numbers, contact addresses, and even email addresses. Why? Because the second stage after the submission is verification. Because INEC will now carry its verification to make sure that the petition and the names that have been submitted are not fake.
Which has now happened. Right?
And that is what INEC is holding on to say that only the name, the phone number, contact number of the lead petitioner was supplied. That lead petitioner cannot represent over 50% of the registered voters in that constituency. She can only represent herself. So if they verify her, how about the other over 250,000 persons that they say signed the petition? So on the surface of it, that petition has developed a K-leg. Because it's after verification, INEC will now conduct a referendum.
That's it.
A yes or no referendum in that constituency. And it's only on that basis that, they can take a decision on recall. And all of that process must take place within 90 days. That's what the law says. So INEC now is trying to be transparent to say these persons that have been submitted to us, these names, they cannot be ghosts. They must be actually registered voters who can be identified. So, in other words, that's why the recall process is a very cumbersome process. And that's why you don't find people being recalled on a daily basis. And I think that INEC has done well by insisting on fairness and due process.
Kudos, INEC. Well said, Doctor.
Were you surprised that the state of emergency passed so easily in the National Assembly?
I was not surprised because I know the leadership is corrupt. I have no apologies about that. And they could do anything. And the Senate President is known actually to be, to be having those type of character, even when he was a governor. So I got the reports quite a lot.
You got reports that when Bozo Akpabio was a governor, he was corrupt.
He was corrupt. Not only he was corrupt, but he was also in the habit of abusing, women. Yeah.
Oh, you got those reports before?
Yeah, I got that report before.
All right, Atiku Abubakar here. I believe that I heard Dr. Bati earlier saying that, this is defamation of character. But handing out one motorcycle tire each to his constituents in his local government area as part of his efforts to empower the community. Let's take a look. What's actually going on? Kogi State, what's happening here? So what's going to happen to the second? I mean,
I know that motorcycles have two tires.
I thought so
at least
too.
Giving them empowerment for one.
Yes.
They have to go and source for the second. So it's part funding or match funding.
Oh, part funding.
Match funding. I give you one tire to show your seriousness. Look for the second tire. These are the kind of things you say are the problems of democracy in our nation. Whereby a lawmaker who should be recalled. There's some lawmakers that should be recalled. Like, tell us what you're doing for your people. And so in his assessment or in his report to his people, he will say that I did empowerment program and I empowered people. I would like to understand the research that he did to understand that the greatest need of this community is one tire for their. Maybe a lot of them say they have issues with one tire on their bikes. I just really want to understand the reasoning behind this. But this is, jokes aside, just going to Senator Natasha's case, the truth, I'll just say this, that the woman who is
to other states on his behalf. 2027 is a big deal here. It is seen for Mr. President.
It's not negotiable.
18/18. We have 18 local government. When I meet 18/18, we are going to deliver for Mr. President.
All right. Okpebholo there, going to deliver Edo State and probably other states to Mr. President come 2027. Dr. Vati.
Okay.
Over to
Number
you.
one, Governor Monday Okpebholo. It's very good to see him, flagging off the construction of, I think, Isbeni-Asaba Expressway. That in itself would help a lot of travelers, people going to the east, and if completed, the people will benefit from it. And I think that it is projects of such nature, right?
Yes.
Is it even up to a year?
No.
And he's making it his priority to deliver 18 over 18 local government areas in Edo State
Just
to
like
President Tinubu. That should not be his priority. It is the people of Edo State who should decide how they will vote. By what alchemy, strange alchemy, is he in a position to say he's going to deliver? Because when politicians say they will go and campaign and all that, they probably mean something else. I think he should first of all justify his election by serving the people of Edo State. And I align that with the observation that it's too early in the day to begin to say a governor that has even not spent a whole year is making campaign for the president, his priority. It's marks of, what do they call that word again? Sycophancy, bootlicking. What does this my brother call it? Political krunkum krakum. Obayagbon. You know Obayagbon? It's Patrick Obayagbon that talks about krinku krinkam, whatever that means.
Political Iberiberism.
But in any case, we